local stops. Sit back. Breathe friendly.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Well, Chicagoans, you're digging out from your second heaviest snowfall on record, topped only by the late January snow of 1967, and actually besting the snow of 1979 back there 20 years ago when about another 20 inches fell, but officially 21.6 inches at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. A very, very winter-like scenario, still some very light snow falling, so use caution. Albany, New York, we've had everything, the whole gamut thrown at you today. We've had some snow. We had a rather extended period of sleet. We mixed in with freezing rain. We went over to freezing rain. And now, believe it or not, whatever's falling should, in the city of Albany, be light rain, as temperatures are running pretty much in the mid-30s, sitting at about 34, 35 degrees. Good afternoon. Welcome to Weather Center. I'm Bill Keneally. We've had a monumental snowfall in the Midwest. Let's get to that now. Then we'll get to the weather shenanigans, if you will, back over the Northeast. First up, the snow history map showing what happened in the Midwest. Upwards of 1 to 2 feet of snowfall anywhere in this area, including Milwaukee, including Chicago, and likewise very heavy snows here in northern lower Michigan, even the Motor City. Even though you turned to rain for a little while earlier today, we've actually had over a foot of snow officially reported out there at the metropolitan area. Here are the actual numbers. Chicago, we rounded up. Sorry about that, but 21.6 officially. Meanwhile, Chicago midway at 18, South Bend at 16, Peoria 16, Milwaukee at 14. Down the list, there's Madison at 10. You Wisconsin Badgers hopefully are still hanging out there in Southern California for a very good reason. Well, there's your low pressure area. There's your nemesis now up there by Cadillac, Michigan, pumping in the north and northwest and eventually westerly winds over the Ohio Valley, pumping in much colder air. We've even had some flakes of snow as far south as Atlanta, Georgia earlier today. And that colder air and high pressure is going to head south and bring with it the coldest air of the season. Remember now, there's fresh snow cover over a lot of Kansas, Missouri, even extreme northern Arkansas, and that's going to be with a northwest wind, so watch out Atlanta, watch out Charlotte, watch out North Florida. Very cold air coming your way tomorrow into the day on Tuesday. Off the lake, some heavy lake effect snow, then northerly trajectory around the Marquette area. Then you get more of a northwest trajectory, and it's still very heavy around Holland. And we're getting the colder air coming in now, so watch out downwind of Lake Erie and eventually downwind of Lake Ontario. Later on tonight, we're talking Oswego, New York, maybe Conneaut, Ohio, Erie, PA, maybe Dunkirk rather, in New York. There could be some locally heavy snow. The big news will be the bitter cold air if you're in Chicago. The worst of it is over as far as snowfall goes. The air temperature is 16 here. It's 7 below in Fargo, North Dakota. The wind chills are whoppingly low, 55 below zero in Fargo, 37 below in Des Moines, Iowa. Folks, you better have a very, very good reason to get out there today. This is very dangerous cold air Protect all of your exposed skin. Seriously, this is very, very dangerous. Low pressure is still up here in Michigan. We talked about the colder air and that northwest wind coming around the backside here, moving into the Carolinas now. Hard to believe it was actually in the 60s in the Raleigh area. Meanwhile, up in Greensboro, it held pretty much in the 30s. There's now a secondary low forming, by the way, pretty much in this area. Looks like there's a little kink right here. The low is out there over the island, and that is allowing for a secondary low to take shape. So there's really low pressure racing its way up the seaboard as we speak. It's pretty much east of New York City right now. The other big low is the one that caused all the headaches around the lakes, and now will be coming in east of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario later on today and tonight. Farther east of there in the Capital District is our own Mike Seidel, and Mike has been riding it out. And Mike, I guess things are a little more tolerable now than they were, say, 4 or 5 hours ago.
They certainly are, Bill. We had the freezing rain following the morning sleet. And the good thing also is the temperatures have finally come up just a bit above freezing, so a lot of the roadways are getting a little slushy. But don't let down your guard, because tonight as temperatures fall below 20 or around 20, everything's going to freeze up. The slush, the sleet, the ice, the standing water. So tomorrow morning's roads are going to be literally like skating rinks in many areas, especially the elevated surfaces that are untreated. And speaking of skating rinks, now we talk about how freezing rain can turn a parking lot or a street into an ice skating rink. And we have right here Lisa Allman from Albany. Come on over here, Lisa. And Lisa came over to ice skate today at the skating rink here at Empire Plaza in Albany, but found it was closed. So Lisa just decided to put on her skates and skate in the parking lot. Not a bad job.
I've done okay. I've only fallen once.
I saw that. That's okay. You're not Ty Babylonia. Now, how do you feel about this cold weather? I know because most of the fall here in Albany it was very, very warm.
Oh yeah, and I mean we do expect it living in Albany that it will be cold, but personally I've got tickets to Mexico next month, so it's okay.
Tickets to Mexico. Sounds like a deal to me. Well, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the skating out here on the streets of Albany. Again, you can just see how much ice we have, enough to ice skate on. So again, tonight and tomorrow, give yourself some extra distance, some extra time. I think the best thing we've seen today is the fact that a lot of folks are staying home, staying put, staying warm, and staying off the roadways, and giving the crews at least a chance to scrape some of this slush out of the way before it freezes tonight. Bill, back to you.
All right, Mike, reporting from Albany, New York, and doing a good job there on the skating commentary as well. Mike Seidel there in the Capital District in New York, giving Vern Lundquist a run for his money. Let's take a look now at the radar depiction, see what's going on here around the area. What I did, I drew in temperatures, about 40 in Boston. Now, there's 35 in Albany, as Mike mentioned, but I also drew in that freezing rain line. It's warm.